Hello everyone, Nick Shaheen here, looking at Canopy, and this is more of there's an opportunity on the 5-minute chart, so it's short-term, long-term thing. If anybody's playing the pot stocks, cannabis stocks thesis long-term, this is probably the one to bet on. I know ACB reverse split today, so it's trading at 6. Once something reverse splits, I stop looking at it for options. It just becomes too... I don't like it. The charts, the highs, and all of that become ridiculous at one point. So, looking at this one, there are plenty of lines that I've tracked before, and I've done many videos before, and they've been pretty accurate. I don't know which way the stock is going to go, but I can almost guarantee you where it's going to end up once certain lines are crossed. And I know there's a ton of lines here, but today's focus is on a 5-minute trade. So let me take the lines out, and let me switch to, this was a daily, about a year's worth of data, so let's zoom into 5 minutes. You can see it bumping along the top. So once they break through, if they break through the top, then they shoot. Where would they go? I would guess 1420-ish is the eyeball target, if not 1430. So why not buy right away? Usually I like to see a catalyst. I like to see actually confirmation of the breakout. This line is so perfect that it makes me think twice. It's almost too perfect. So I would love it if they break out from it, because then the chase is on. There will be resistance around 1390, 14, and definitely at 1410 because of the ledge on the left. So the good news is, if I'm in it for the long term and want to play the short term burst, then I could jump the gun and buy calls or buy the stock, or I could wait for the dip. If it does fall, if the breakout doesn't come, you still have, let me draw it. I actually just drew it 5 minutes earlier in the chat room. Speaking of which, down below there's a link for that chat room. We do this all day, every day on every ticker you want. And there is a trend. Definitely the buyers are in charge from the low. And again, this is very short term. And if they lose this, I would buy this dip because there should be buyers here too. So maybe they dip. As it is right now, it is a, that was AMD chat talk. I'm using it as a gauge for the whole market, AMD, and it's been a great rabbit for that. So watch this. So there's some sort of an inverse head and shoulders forming, right? And the point is they're hammering this neckline, and when will it break? Maybe another dip lower. So I drew it kind of like this, but it doesn't have to be that deep. A dip lower and then re-attack it. As soon as they go like this, they finish the job. Okay, so that's one way. And if you think about it, there's one push, some sort of a consolidation zone, even a drop, and then another push, like an ABC move of sorts. I'm sure somebody can draw a harmonic pattern with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, whatever that's called, a 5-3 Elliott wave or something like that. But anyway, to me, it's a very defined neckline, 5-minute chart. The opportunity is if I wanted to do this, I would put an alert here and say, wake me up when this happens, so I don't have to watch the chart minute to minute. Or I can jump the gun. What do I use? I can buy it. I can buy calls. Which calls? I don't like buying this week's calls or next week's. They just disappear right away if I'm wrong. I want some time to be right. So if I'm buying a call spread, it costs the same to buy a near-the-money call spread this week, next week, or a month from now. So why not extend the time? The downside is if the move happens, the ones for this week accelerate faster. So I would win faster, but I will definitely lose faster as well. So it's a matter of preference. Some people like to do a call calendar of sorts. You maximize this week versus that. Sorry about that. So it's personal preference. You can buy the stock. Anyway, Nick signing out.